So I I made a tweet, or I quote tweeted, and I got into some discussions with some people. And I'll tell you what, it's different when you're actually like speaking to these people rather than watching as like a observer, right? I can't comprehend the angle that these guys are coming from, and it makes my brain hurt.
Kneel, loser!
This is post. Twitter does their little things. We listen, we don't judge. This guy put actual platforming. There's platforming in Sonic games, right? We know this. So we got Project Hero. I believe it's Project Hero. So it's a fan game. It's in a playtest room. I don't think there's any levels. I don't know. So I think I understand what this guy is saying. Like some kind of like evolution of like these characters, gameplay traits. And when you see things like, you know, Sonic, he has the bounce breaks. Of course, he had it in Frontiers as well. Doing things like swinging from palm trees. He has the drop dash there or whatever. Magnet bounces, you know, like things like that, right? But even then, when you have Tails, he throws a bomb, spin dashes into it, and then the bomb shoots him upwards. Something that would like definitely work in like an open environment like this, right? I think Knuckles is just really cool here because like him punching and it carrying him forward, I think that just makes the most sense. He has something to get him going that's not just a spin dash. I think that's fire. I go to the comments though, and you get the general, there's no level design here. Where's the level design? You guys want physics-based gameplay, but there's no good level design. You're flying over the levels. What on earth is this? Why does it look like an unfinished game or some sort of tech demo? Why is there absolutely no environments? Like I'm just confused, right? Why are we talking about level design when the video being shown is in a literal playtest room? Just look at with your eyes. They also called what they see boring, and I'm sorry, but throwing a bomb on the ground and then bouncing off of it, and then going into an enemy to bounce off there, when again, we're not talking about level design. That's pretty damn cool. End quotes. No level design. And it's a fan game in a playtest room. 2 + 2 has to equal 4, right? Right? Get some traction. God damn it, I need to stop tweeting. He says, I mean, that's kind of the point though. The movesets... Okay, thank you. Lock in. The movesets look cool in a playroom, but making actual good level designs for these is hard as shit. More moves does not equal better game. I don't know why this guy said this to me. I really don't know why. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I say, no, the point is you can't say no good level design when the video shown is a playtest room. Also, I don't know why we're acting like if Sega was to successfully implement mechanics like these in good character gameplay variety that revolves around platforming, it wouldn't be sick. Because niggas do be acting like this shit wouldn't be fun. They aren't wrong. Just shouldn't have said it to you. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, this is like the craziest thing about talking to these people, bro. It's like the pancakes and waffles thing, but in like conversation form. We're talking about pancakes. I don't know why we're now talking about fucking like crepes. Why are we talking about French toast? Then I continue. We can't just say something wouldn't work when we haven't seen it attempted by the people who gets paid to make Sonic games. Conceptually, this is cool and can work in a Sonic game because most of these fan games apply the original mechanics of the classic games into 3D. And if it worked back then, best believe you can fucking figure out how to make it work in 3D, right? Then this guy comes back and he says, okay, but the classic games are 2D. Using the exact same design philosophy for a 3D game just wouldn't work. We know 1000% we have evidence that it won't work. Also, like, no, classic Sonic had a maximum of like 4 moves. This is like 37. You know, when I first read this, I actually didn't read the whole thing. What the 37 moves? What the fuck are you talking about? let's count what's happening here. Let's really look at what the fuck is going on here, man. Okay, he has a spin dash. That's one. Okay, he jumps. He has a spin dash and jump. All right, we are staying to form here, right? Okay, he jumps again. He has this. This was context sensitive, it seems like. I don't know if there's a button. Maybe there's a button, but what kind of has another move? There's 3 moves. All right, you have a stomp. Okay, the stomp goes into a roll. Okay. Outside of the stomp, which is a boost thing, it's not a classic thing, but outside the stomp and grabbing onto things, so far we've seen a jump, we've seen a spin dash, and we've seen a roll. These are 3 things that Sonic does in his fucking video game, right? In the classic Sonic games. Okay, he does it again. The bounce breaks it. He has the bounce bracelet. Okay, that is 6 moves. But it's another one. And honestly, I like seeing the bounce bracelet and the stomp because I believe that we could have both of them, and both of them are actually needed. So right now, everything's looking pretty Sonic-y, right? And mind you, right? If these moves were in Classic Sonic, would that make the game worse? Actually, the bounce bracelet is kind of in Sonic 3. We have the bubble shield. What the fuck is going on here? All right, what else do we have? Is 7 moves so hard? Going from a 2D plane to having 3 moves, technically 4 because you have the bubble. In fact, actually it's 5 because if you have the fire shield, now you have a fucking air dash. Going from 5 to 7 isn't really that crazy, is it? Especially when there are things that Sonic does in rather a 2D game, a 3D game. We've had these moves before. What are we talking about? Oh, he has large. It just doesn't interact as much as physics at all. Yeah, and that's all we want. The open zone stuff. But with this, I don't know why people don't want that. See, here's the thing, right? It's not that they don't want it. It's just that for some fucking reason, they have to convince themselves that this won't fucking work. Maybe it's because like they feel like it's just impossible that somebody that is a fan making a fan game could possibly do something better than the people that are big corporate fuck you Sega. Flying over the level is another thing that people say, and I just don't understand what they're saying, guys. What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean you're just flying over the level? Mind you, that's not what even happens in this gameplay. We talked about this before, but they act like this shit is haste, and there's nothing wrong with haste, but they act like this is haste where you literally are flying for a majority of the, like you're flying damn near. Let's say this is a piece of level design that you are flying over, and you're interacting with something. Boom, boom. That's level design. Let's say you have to get to this other side, right? Tails has to fly to get over there. So you have to be creative. Okay, how would I get over there? That's level design. That's how you progress through a level. Classic games are 2D, using the exact same design philosophy wouldn't work. And I'm telling him, you do not know that. Nobody knows if it won't work. All we have is the fan game. So we look at the good ones and be like, hey, yeah, this could work in a Sonic game. Yeah, and there are fan games out there that make it work just fine. And no, they're not just flying over the level design, because that's what most people say. So I gotta make sure I say that. We've all played Sonic to like a minor suboptimal level, right? Like we have, right? Hold on. This isn't like suboptimal, but it might even give us a chance to look at what happens when you play this game optimally. Okay, he's moving. Oh, wow. Oh. Woo. Skip quite a few things there, buddy. Hold on. Let's slow your roll. Let's slow your roll. Whoa. What? There was an enemy there. Hey. 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 You can't do that. You can't do that. 27 seconds. I mean, what the fuck, man? Whoa, 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 whoa! You're flying over level design. Still, Sonic Mania sucks. So I quote this guy because I see the flying over everything thing, and I just always see people say, and I'm just like, bro, I can't take it anymore. I say Sonic Horizons exist. What the hell is going on? There are more examples too. Also, Sonic games exist. You can do skips. In fact, platformers exist. Skilled players will literally find a way to fly over or skip parts of the level. When will it end? You guys have no idea how good Classic Sonic was. Oh my god. So he says, 1, Horizon is part of the fan games that fit into that definition. 2, the difference is that they use the game mechanics, I'm assuming he means, to abuse the level design. I don't really know what he meant by this. I'm assuming he means like the difference is that they use the game mechanics to abuse level. I'm assuming that's what he means in actual Sonic games, but that's just also not true. Well, it is true. Actually, no. It is true, but there's nothing wrong with this sentence. Abuse the level design. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called player expression, right? When I play through Sonic games, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to do all the crazy skips or whatever, only the ones that I really like to do, that I know of. But I'm not like, oh yeah, man, what's the skip that I can do or what's the skip that I can do? No, I actually play through the games for the most part regularly, suboptimally, and have a good time. But if you wanted to, you could indeed break them shits in fucking half. But who cares? It's also why Spin Dash is unlockable in Frontiers. A gift to abuse the level design once done. I don't know if he's trying to compare like Frontier Spin Dash to like Classic Spin Dash or Adventure Spin Dash or whatever this is. Like, what do you don't use the Spin Dash to the levels of fucking Frontiers where it's like, yeah, fuck you, I'm about to launch myself into the sky and be in there forever. I bet you this guy likes Frontiers, by the way. So I say, brother, huh? I said rail launching and Magnet Dash are a thing in Frontiers. Spare gliding is a thing. Air boost is a thing. Spin dashing off a slope is a thing. Horizons has you constantly interacting with something tangible throughout the entire fucking level. I want y'all to fucking look at this game. Is there a single moment? This is a, like I played this game. These are classic physics, bro. This is classic weight. This is classic gameplay with some pretty fun level design. And I want you to see, is he flying over anything? Is he abusing the game's fucking like level design? A game is being played here, right? It has the back and bounce in it. You're moving forward after you hit it. It carries your momentum when you hit an enemy with a homing attack. There's loops with physics. No dash panel in sight. So we have acknowledged that there is a fan game with a complete level with the classic physics mechanics as one-to-one as possible. And there is no flying over the level. There's some very Sonic-esque level design going on here. So this guy chimes in. What does this guy say? I think fans are tired of people explaining how great this movement is without it ever getting past the conceptualization phase and have Sonic shoot himself incredibly high off just one slope or magnet bounce. Building levels around this would be a nightmare. I don't know if this guy's a fucking game designer or not, but I don't know. But you would think that people getting paid millions. No, not millions. Sega's getting paid billions. I don't know how much the actual people get paid. Who knows? But they get paid. You would think that yeah, if we're passionate people, we could get it done. So then I say, I've seen it executed well before it can be done. Example here. Chat, this is when I start being a dickhead. Because, you know, now at this point, I just feel like I'm being punked. And I'm like, I don't want to partake in this anymore. And I shouldn't have been a dickhead to this person. I really should not have been a dickhead. I apologize. I quote tweeted this, the original tweet, I apologize. But goddamn it, man. What the fuck are these niggas talking about, man? What are they talking about? But I say unleash style ... Nothing more. You got it, big bro. Hashtag ball knowledge deficiency. Why did I say that, bro? And the nothing more, because I really don't understand. Unleash style. Is Unleash not a Sonic game? Does Unleash not follow the fundamentals of making a 3D Sonic game? Why isn't it now that all of a sudden, something that like replicates something that they've been doing since goddamn Adventure 2, just with different mechanics, automatically just say, oh, well, they're playing the game like Unleashed. Unleashed? I'm tired of this Twitter compression shit, bro. Hold on. Alright, so you know what I'm saying? We here, you feel me? It's Unleashed. It's just like Unleashed. Wow. Alright, so we're moving. There's no boost. You have a speedometer-esque thing down there. Got the, you know, the bounce bracelet. Very Unleashed. Holy, I love Sonic Unleashed. We have an air dash that is not like Unleashed, by the way, because you actually fall down when you do it. It's more akin to Adventure 2. We have a roll. Yes. My favorite Sonic game, Sonic Unleashed. When I was playing this game before, I saw that you could do air tricks. Let me see. Oh, that's cool as fuck. Wow, very Unleashed. Holy, that was a Unleashed as. Let me stop being an asshole, bro. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but this doesn't feel like I'm playing Unleashed. I mean, it feels like I'm playing a Sonic game. Look, you see that jump I just did right there? That's like, I'm having to like time that as I'm going off the slope, bro. That's not just happening automatically, and even then, I'm not getting that much height. Like, I can't even do some shit like that. If you used to play Frontiers, you'd be able to, like, spin dash off this shit, turn all the way around, and have some fake-ass, dumb-ass momentum carrying you over there. You can't even do that in this game. Like, Unleashed is way more reactionary-based. Like, we all know that. That's how Boost is. That wasn't reactionary at all. It's not purely reaction based. So it's like when you say Unleashed style and when you say running straight and like grinding on rails and then switching from rails and stuff like that, these are not things that are like only Unleashed does, right? Or Generations or anything Boost related. We've been playing Sonic, right? This whole time? Yeah, just look at it. It's literally Boost gameplay without Boost. Guys, y'all know Adventure gameplay is just Boost gameplay without the Boost. Classic Sonic is just Sonic Rush without the boost. So, I do respond. I say, I apologize. I just find it funny. You're saying Unleashed, but what you're describing is fundamental 3D Sonic game design in a discussion about gameplay mechanics and it being applied to a Sonic level built around those mechanics. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It doesn't make any sense to me. This guy, the guy that chimed in, says mechanically it's different from Unleashed as Generation, but level design wise is similar. I don't think they know what level design is. So I say this level design is not exclusive to Unleashed or even Boost Sonic games though. I'm confused as to why people are saying that. Honestly, it's pretty unique. Almost rhythm game feeling, for sure here. It's designed like a Boost game. Any platformer where you're doing something in quick succession can also feel like a rhythm game. Fighting games can even feel like rhythm games. I don't understand what they mean by this. Also, no actual platforms, just running around. Got to be a better way to say you like how it looks. Sonic fans are unable to give... oh, you know what? No, I don't agree. I don't disagree with this guy, actually. Because he's talking about the caption. Sonic fans are unable to just give a fan game a comment without disrespecting Sega. I know, no, I agree. I do agree. After speaking to some people under this post, sorry for being an ass. We'll do better. I generally think that people who are against these fan games and mechanics don't even know what they dislike about it or how it would be a bad thing for a Sonic game. Matter of fact, a better phrase would be, don't even understand what they dislike about it. Because I don't think they dislike it. I just went from talking about how people are saying that there's no level design in the playtest to somebody telling me that they fly over the level and then they say, oh, well, now it just plays like Unleashed. Which one, is not true, but two, you just admitted that that's a good thing because you probably like Unleashed. I'll go even further. Because you can't say it plays like Unleashed when there are Sonic elements in the game. You like Sonic games, don't you? I like Sonic games too. We just went all around the world with this argument that just didn't even have to be there in the first place. For what? How can somebody look at the gameplay I provide? How can someone look at the gameplay I provide? Mind you, it's a fan game. This is not the best level I've ever played in my goddamn fucking life. But it is a level. It is a level that works from start to fucking finish. And you are grounded for the most part. You're not flying over the fucking level. And there are classic shit in this goddamn game. So what is the fucking problem with this game, chat? Somebody please tell me. What is the issue? If a Sonic game came out and it played like this, what would be the problem? Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. All this stuff that's Unleashed-esque is all semi-automated. That was the least automated game, like, the Sonic game, like, I've ever played. The terrain was what was helping you build speed, not dash panels. Go back to the adventure games. There aren't any alternate paths. They're so dumb, bro. These niggas are so dumb, bro. Oh my god, I can't take it anymore. And with that, chat, I don't like. What do I say to these people? I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna be a dickhead. I will not interact with you anymore. Oh god, somebody reply. Who replied? Oh my god. Go back to the adventure games. There aren't many alternate paths. They require you to use your movement to optimally move through the environment. Wow. Use the fucking movement to ultimately move through the fucking environment. Holy shit. When it's open like Adventure 1, 06, the more you can experiment. You can experiment with 06. Holy. Really? It's an evolved version of SA2, which is already like the Boost games. Bro, is this not as open as Adventure 1? Like, you're going through Red Mountain. This is not like okay, let's just say you're right. Right? Let's just say you're right. And then we look at this. This is an evolved version of SA2, which is already like the Boost games. What is the issue? What's the problem here? Is that the rebuttal to what I'm saying here? Does this help this? Whose side are you on? So it's not you shooting yourself off a fucking slope in one magnet bounce, and it's a complete level. So what's the fucking problem? Basically, those fan games try to do everything at the same time, and in the end, they can't design a stage around it, and that's normal. You know, I should reply to this guy. And you know what? I should be a dickhead. Because I find this to be kind of disrespectful. I find that to be disrespectful to niggas that take the time out of their fucking lives to make something. And you niggas say shit like this. Niggas that do it for free. And you disrespect their craft saying that they can't finish it. Apparently, you have all these good concepts, but haha, you can't make a fucking level. And then when I show them a level, they don't say, oh, this is cool actually. Oh, wow, yeah. No, we got a counter argument. Counter. When in reality, you're not saying shit. You're not saying anything. You know the fucking Celsius we use for, no, I did the inverse. You know, I do agree with the guy saying more moves than not equals better games, but if the game has a good direction, it can make a fucking great fucking game though. Let's give Sonic less things, because less things must equal good game, guys. If more things don't equal good game, then less things equal good game.